Hello and welcome back to Racing 101, where today we'll be exploring manual gears and why you might want to try using them in-game. Let's get started. Learning how to use manual gears in F1 22 can be tricky, but it's also something that will greatly improve your pace and performance once you get it right. A Formula 1 power unit has a certain rev range where it produces the best performance. When the engine is in this range, it delivers the right amount of power and torque to the rear wheels and makes you go faster. The gears in a Formula 1 car help you keep the revs in the right window of performance. If the revs are too high, you shift up, and if the revs are too low, you shift down. In F1 22, you can choose to have the game shift gears automatically for you, or take control yourself and change them whenever you like. It can be tempting to leave them on automatic and not worry about the 70 plus gear changes you do every lap, however doing so may slow you down. Like all assists, the automatic gear changes are rather conservative, often shifting early or late to reduce wear on the gearbox and the power unit. By changing gears manually, you unlock the full potential of the power unit, while also having the opportunity to use more advanced techniques. Upshifting is the easiest thing to understand when using manual gears for the first time. As you accelerate, keep an eye on your display and pay attention to the noise of the power unit. Your display will light up and the engine noise will increase in pitch as the revs rise. When the lights cross the gear number in the middle, change up to the next gear. In the audio settings, you can also turn on the upshift tone so that a noise is played whenever it's time to shift up a gear. With upshifting understood, we can now try out a technique called short shifting. This is where you deliberately shift up very early, sometimes before the display lights up at all. When you shift up early, the car's RPM will stay low, reducing wheel spin and letting you feed in more throttle on corner exit. By using the short shifting technique, you can keep your car under control in slow corners or in the rain, and will ultimately set better lap times. What comes up must go down, however, so let's shift gears in the other direction with our next set of tips. Downshifting is a little trickier to master than upshifting, but ultimately the fundamentals are similar, just inverted. When the revs are dropping, you'll want to go down a gear in order to bring them back up into the right range and maintain performance. An easy reference to start with is to downshift once the lights in your display are no longer lit up. Eventually, you'll recognize the noise the power unit is making when the revs feel too low, which will help you get your timing right. If you shift down too late, the car will gently slow down, costing you time in the corners as you need to brake earlier than normal. If you shift down too early, the engine will over-rev and potentially cause damage, so when done right, rapid downshifting opens up another technique to us. Engine braking is the process of rapidly downshifting before a corner, slightly stressing the engine and forcing the wheels to slow down. In heavy braking zones, it can be useful to make your first 2 or 3 downshifts go by rather quickly, before easing off with the remaining gears. This, combined with the strong braking performance of a Formula 1 car, will allow you to brake slightly later into a turn, improving your lap times. Now that you know how to use manual gears in F1 22, you can use that knowledge to help you get faster around your favourite circuit. To find out more, check out our guide on learning F1 circuits, subscribe for more tips and tricks in the future, and I wish you the best of luck in your next race.